What's up guys, welcome back to another This Week in Gaming video. Are we getting a new Nintendo Switch in 2019? So there has been a very interesting rumor that's been swirling around, and it is coming from the Wall Street Journal. Apparently, news has leaked that a new Nintendo Switch console will be making its way to the market in the second half of 2019. Now, we don't know too much more about it other than they had talked about that they are looking to upgrade the low-end LCD screen, but they have not yet decided on the software or hardware functionality of this new Nintendo Switch. Now, this is very, very interesting because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, Marcus Sellers, who is known for breaking stuff in the video game world, breaking news, and he gets some right and he gets some wrong, came out with a tweet saying that Nintendo will be releasing a new Nintendo Switch in 2019. It will have a bunch of things to it. Like I think he said it's going to have like 4K capabilities, and he listed off a bunch of things. And a lot of people were going crazy, thinking that he was lying, making it up, and they were kind of upset. Or people thought, wow, this is amazing and I can't wait for this to come out. Well, it seems like more and more evidence is pointing towards this new Nintendo Switch coming out in the second half of 2019. It's kind of weird to think about, in my opinion, that this leaked now, just before the holiday season, just before they were about to cash in on all of those people wanting to buy a Nintendo Switch for Christmas and all of those people picking up a Nintendo Switch when Super Smash Bros. Comes out in December. So when looking at it from that point of view, it's kind of weird, and maybe it could be not completely true that they are planning to release a new Nintendo Switch in the second half of 2019, because you're going to get a lot of people who are going to hear about this if they are into video games. I mean, people, casual gamers, people who don't follow video game news probably will have no idea about this rumor. But if you are somebody who does listen to video game news, who does follow the video game industry, you're most likely going to hear about this. And if you haven't picked up a Nintendo Switch, you're probably going to hold out for the Nintendo Switch to come out in 2019. I mean, why wouldn't you? Especially if it is a lot more upgraded and it's the same price. Why would you buy the original Nintendo Switch? You're also going to get people who are going to hold out not even to buy the new one, but to pick up the old Nintendo Switch at a discounted price when the new one comes out. So it's interesting and also weird at the same time that this rumor came out when it did, because this is probably the last thing they want, but I don't know how the Wall Street Journal got this information. So let me know in the comments below if you think that this is a true rumor. If you don't have a Nintendo Switch, are you going to wait until the new one comes out? Or do you want one so badly and you don't really care about those extra upgrades to pick one up now? So as we know, the Nintendo Switch Online has been released, and it's been met with a lot of dislikes from a lot of people because it doesn't really offer too much. It offers you the NES games, which you can play online, but it is missing something that is, like, I think vital in online gaming, and that is communication and voice chat over the actual console itself while playing the game. With the Nintendo Switch, you have to use their phone app. Well, Reggie Fils-Aime came out and said there is a reasoning why they're doing this and why they're sticking with that phone app, even with all of the backlash and the negativity towards it. And here's what he said. Nintendo's approach is to do things differently. We have a much different suite of experiences than our competitors offer, and we do that in a different way. This creates a sort of yin and yang for our consumers. They're excited about the cloud saves and legacy content, but wish we might deliver voice chat in a different way, for example. What we see is a situation where we know the Nintendo Switch is being played in the open, at a park, on a metro bus. We believe the easiest way for you to connect and have peer-to-peer experience with voice chat is with your mobile phone. It's always there. It's always with you. Now, honestly, this to me just sounds like Nintendo being Nintendo. They know that people don't like this, that they've probably made a mistake with this, but Nintendo always does stuff their own way, so they're going to be hard-headed and stick to it. What is really kind of stands out for me in this quote is when he says he knows that the Nintendo Switch is played out in the open. I mean, yes, it is played out in the open, but usually when you're on the open, on the bus, sitting on a park bench, unless you're using your phone, I guess, to tether it to the Nintendo Switch, you don't have an internet connection. So what's the point of using that Nintendo Switch app to communicate with people if you can't even play online with them at that point in where you're playing the Nintendo Switch? Like I said, this makes absolutely no sense to me. The Nintendo Switch voice app, in my opinion, is not a good thing. You need to have voice chat over the console itself. And the fact that they have not enabled that yet for every game, to me, is a little bit crazy, because we did see earlier that they were able to do it with Fortnite. So it isn't something I think that is hard for them to do. They just don't want to do it, and they're sticking to their course with that phone app. But who knows, maybe we'll see this change down the line. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you use the phone app? Maybe I haven't used it enough. Maybe it is good. I don't know. But when I did use it, I disliked it completely. But let me know if you guys use it and if you think this is just bullshit what he's saying with these quotes. It looks like we're finally going to be able to change our PSN names. Anonymous developers who work on PlayStation games have reported to Kotaku that they are working on their multiplayer games with the option to be able to change your PSN name, meaning that they're going to have to develop a platform or something for their game that is able to read people's profiles and people's stats in that game, even if they go ahead and change their PSN name. This is very good to hear. I mean, this has been something that's been a long time coming for the PlayStation, and obviously they made a mistake way back when they created the PSN, tying your account to your actual username and not to a unique code or something linked to your back end of your account like they do with the Xbox. But it looks like they are actually diving deep into this, and we're hopefully going to get this feature soon. Now, we don't know how long this is going to be before we get this, because if you remember back at PSX, the PlayStation Experience in 2017, Sean Layden was asked about this, and basically he responded saying that you won't need to ask him about this anymore at the 2018 PlayStation Experience. With now we know that there is no 2018 PlayStation Experience, and you probably knew that all along. So we don't know when we're going to get this, but it looks like developers are working on it, so it will eventually be coming in the future. So it looks like we will be getting another video game movie, and it will be a live action Mega Man movie. And as we know, video game movies in the past, a lot of the time aren't very good. And I'm really hoping that they don't ruin Mega Man, because it is such a beloved series from so many people, that if they ruin it by making a terrible movie and give it a bad name, that would completely suck. Now, we don't know very much about this movie other than right now it's just being called Mega Man, and it is being directed by Ariel Schulman and Henry Joost, who are responsible for the Planet of the Apes movies, which were great movies. So that is a good sign, and that they're going to be appealing to a diverse audience, people fans of action movies as well as the Mega Man video game series. So like I said, hopefully they don't ruin it. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited about this new Mega Man live action movie. So Nintendo has filed for a very cool patent for a phone case, and basically it is a flip cover phone case that has a Game Boy on the front, so basically Game Boy controls, and a slot for a Game Boy size screen. Now, as we know, Nintendo has jumped more into the mobile phone gaming scene, so this is really interesting to see if they will now release their own sort of emulator for Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games because of this case, because I don't see why they would be filing a patent for this if they didn't have something in mind in the future to have their own Nintendo branded emulator where you can play all the different Game Boy games, or a Nintendo app where you can download all of these Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. That would be something really cool, and if this comes to fruition and that they actually build this case for playing these games on your phone, I would probably pick this up. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this Nintendo Game Boy case that they have filed a patent for. With Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out in January and having a lot of hype around it, Square Enix is giving us a little bit of a teaser by releasing a compilation including 9 Kingdom Hearts games called Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far. Now, this will include those 9 games as well as a full-length featured film about Kingdom Hearts, which is pretty cool to add into that package. It will cost $39.99 US, and it will be released on October 30th. The only thing that isn't great about this release is that they're only releasing it, at least right now it looks like, for the PlayStation 4, which kind of sucks. It'd be great if they release this on the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One as well, because the Xbox is getting their first Kingdom Hearts game in Kingdom Hearts 3, so there'll be a lot of Xbox gamers that didn't get to experience any of the other past Kingdom Hearts games. So it doesn't make any sense to me why they're not releasing this on the Xbox One specifically, but maybe they will. Maybe they've only announced it for the PlayStation 4 and it will come out later on those consoles. Even though October has just started, it looks like PlayStation has already revealed 2 of their big PlayStation Plus games coming for November, and maybe they did this because their lineup for October people thought was pretty lackluster. I'm not sure, but we will be getting Bulletstorm and Yakuza Kiwami, which to me is a huge thing for PlayStation Plus, because this is a game, or Yakuza is a series in general, that for me I haven't played yet, and a series that I think I will enjoy, and a series that everybody has been telling me to play. Just with so many games out there, haven't been able to get to it, but now that it's on PlayStation Plus for free, I will definitely be checking it out. So that is very cool. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, if you are excited about these games coming out in November for PlayStation Plus. So that's your news. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about any of these news stories. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and like always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.